So I know what's the problem. The jumping into lava and casting the iron skin iron flesh are two separate processes. So I didn't actually get the iron skin because I casted it before I jumped into the lava. So there's some missing process before we get it. Come on. Big mud hardens into a clear place. So, like, no. No, it should all work just fine. The air demon is absorbed into your body and remains there, a faint but detectable presence awaiting release. Right. Now we need to figure out how to get the hell out of here. I need to locate something green. Right. Fish cake. Ooh, what are you doing here? It's a soldier. Well, MG told us to just scout around for the first wave. I reckon I'm gonna be the first in my squadron to rack up a kill in the Britannia operation. Yeah, good luck with that, dumbass. Oh, fuck. Safe. Not sure. Ooh. Should I attack the goddamn keyboard? Should I go and report the assault here? Not sure which one. If nothing happens here, I'll just load. I don't want to lose the shield. It's a very good shield. Avatar, thou hast done much on our behalf, but it may not be enough. Why not? The gem is certainly weakening, but Nistel tells me we have not quite obtained the power necessary to destroy it, and meanwhile I have been having terrible dreams. If Lord Draxinusam is not victorious, we may emerge to find the Guardian's troops on our doorstep. Okay. So we need to just talk to the wizard, I guess. Say to me plainly, wizard. And he's not saying anything new. Right. Don't think I'll go and get more training anymore. I guess we can go back out of my... No. No. Yes. But we'll have to go on the offensive. I guess we have to get the spell book first. So face some kind of a boss creature. Ah, fine, fine, fine. And we lost the path. Okay, what was it? The key. Things are still normal here. So, what exactly is going on? Oh, I missed you, blocking cats. Oh. Avatar, I dare not remain in the keep any longer. The situation is too dangerous. Morse Gotha has arrived with her murderers. Be wary of her, for she may discern thy true nature. The spellbook she carries may be of great interest to thee. Good luck. I hope we shall meet again one day. Avatar, right. Right. Well, if you don't mind if I borrow these. Is there a heal? Well, still a heal. Where is she? Mistel. A lot of guards. Is she here? Morse Gotha. Yes, what is it? Who art thou? Why, I am Morse Gotha. What art thou doing here? I am here to invade thy world through the Black Rock Gate. Wouldst thou join me? Of course not. I shall destroy thee unless thou dost refrain from this. You see, Alia, we are not that different after all. Thou wert ever as bloodthirsty as I, if not more so. That is a lie. I fight only for virtue. Yeah. Bullshit. Not for the pleasure of it. And how many hast thou slain in thy questioning? Thou dost kill to gain thine ends just as I do. 'Tis not wrong to kill in the cause of virtue. I do not enjoy it. She yawns. Then let's get down to business. Business! Oh, God. It's actually pretty hard to hit. He's not attacking me, someone else is. Step the boat. But yeah, you can stay here. I'm just gonna sort of out of my way, you fucking cat. It's too realistic of a cat simulator. Always to your feet. Blocking your... What is that? This book appears to contain magic formulas and contains references to the Guardian and his servants. However, much of it is written in an obscure script which you are unable to decipher. The first page identifies it as the property of Morse Gotha. So, maybe we don't need to fight her, just run away. I mean, what would we really gain? We need to prevent them from invading us. That's our goal. Avatar, I heard thou didst bring home an arcane book from abroad. May I look at it? Of course. Thank the Avatar. This may prove most important. With the text of this spell in my hand, I shall be able to unravel the Guardian spell like a clever knot. We need know only two more things. What was the place and time of the original casting when the Guardian's agent performed the ceremony to bring the Dark Jewel down on us? Where did it happen? I don't know. I know the location, I think, but I have no idea. It was somewhere... It's probably between midnight and dawn, in the throne room. To whom must go and ask? No, right. I even have the horn, right? Do I have attack? Smite on dead? How about no? Daylight, how about no? Right. The kitchen staff knows the time, approximate time. All I know is that the chanting in the throne room that morning at perhaps at 4th bell. Okay, so throne room and at 4. Where's the bastard wizard? Oh, for fuck's sakes. Yes. Where did it happen? Yes, the throne room. My calculations agree with thee there. And now, what time of night was it? 4? Suddenly you hear running footsteps and a distant shouting. Julia burst into the room, her sword bloody, her chest heaving, a gash running down her right shin. Avatar! Soldiers are pouring out of the gem, an army of them, if thou hast any hope of saving. She breaks off and now stares into the corridor, shocked. Julia, what is it? Morris Gotha steps into the doorway. Let me ride to her, Julia. From behind you, Nistel calls out, Julia, you must get me to the throne room. Morskatha chuckles as she watches them leave. Then she turns to look you in the eye. Let's go. I'm okay with this. Push this. I can't cast this here. Forgot about this. I need to actually kill her. I need to get rid of you first. I should think we have enough combat capabilities to handle this. Just have the paralysis sword would have been nice here. Just keep her there. I don't want her trying to get away. I can cast some kind of basic healing spells and I have a few potions. So I don't think I can die here. That's it. I don't have any of the potions on me. I have them on me, but they're deep in the inventory. I might not be able to get them out. Oh shit, this is not good. I didn't get why they sort of want to fuck over wizards every time. Fight in a location against where you can't cast powerful magic against a powerful fighter. I could change my runes to be able to do minor healing. I don't want to do that now. Guardian, Guardian, get me out of here! She casts blood. God damn it! Right. I want an attack spell. I think there's third level. Bit of bleeding. What type of sword did she have? Badly one long sword. Are you kidding me? I don't care what equipment she had. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Into the throne room. Avatar, we begin. We have very little time. Art thou ready to begin? Aye, Nistel, it is time. As Nistel begins reading from the Book of Morse Gatha, you raise the horn of prayer Korwa to your lips. You feel the demon strength surge within you, and a mighty ringing blast issues from the horn, and echoes through the chamber, shaking Castle British to its very foundations. One spectral game. Right. Just load something. No! Well, whatever. Yeah. Ultima Underworld 2. It's not exact copy of the one, and I'm not sure if that's a positive or negative. It's positive in the sense that at least it tries to do something different, but it's still familiar. So if you like one, you probably like the other two. However, I think I favor Ultima Underworld 1 a little bit. For the simple reason, it makes a lot of logical sense. It's a self-contained world where everything has a place. Two, a lot of it is puzzle focused. It has combat surely, but it's not that important. It gets a much more heavier focus at the last few levels, like 2 levels. But for the most part, it's just puzzles, trying to find clues to them, how to deal with them, and the like. So, and nothing's too tough. At the same time, there's a lot of things that are not obvious either, so you do need to find those clues. You do need to pay attention to the exact wording used in a lot of things. So, I think it hits the sweet spot where you have a proper puzzle, not something that you look at like and in the first minute you know what's there. At the same time, not something where you have to spend hours and hours and hours to try to figure it out. There are clues provided to you, reasonable clues that you should be able to realize. I guess the only weakness is that you might have missed them. because there's no real journal system. But this doesn't exactly try to fix that. It just shifts the focus to more physical puzzles, I guess, instead of figuring out things. So instead of having to find clues and figuring how these pieces fit together, it's more of a try to find physical clues, how to get through this trap-filled maze, how to sort of navigate in this crazy void world, or how do these teleportation pillars work so you can get to the other side, which I never really figured out. I did realize that there's probably teleportation areas, but maybe they're not all in the pillars. So you need to basically figure out where they are and either use them or figure out where the gaps are and use them to jump across. Either way, I'm not sure. Or alternatively just fly past them. But it's while different, and I'm not sure I like it quite as much as Ultima Underworld 1, it's not bad, but it's just different. And it has positive aspects to that. It's Ultima Underworld 1 is fairly linear. Yeah, you have to go back to the levels later to get the Talismans of Virtue, but this introduces you to a lot of new worlds fairly quickly, where you can sort of poke in your nose, take a look around, maybe get something interesting, and then go where you want to. So if you hit some kind of a wall somewhere, you have 7 other worlds to go through and try. But I don't know. I don't know. I still like this. Still like it just fine, but the fundamental problems the game has are, well, it's not like it's a great system. The bartering is shit, the bartering interface is shit, most of the skills are totally pointless, at least it seems so. I can't say for the surge, because naturally if you don't see it, how could you see if it was worthwhile or not? However, I can't really... lore is... unless you get it to 30, it's pretty worthless, and even at 30 it's not that good. Traps are... I can't even remember more than like... I remember less than 5 traps in the entire game where that skill might have been useful. Tracking, totally worthless. Stealth, I can't see the worth of it. At the same time, I haven't never pushed it too far, so I wouldn't know. Repair, totally worthless because he has a repairing spell, and it succeeds 100% of the time. Perfect repair on all items, so what would you do with that? Charisma, probably worthless because it's trading focus, and trading is terrible. Pick luck, I suppose slightly amusing, but you have an item that basically unlocks everything with a single strike, so if you know where to find that or happen to stumble upon it, totally worthless. Acrobat, somewhat useful. Appraise, worthless. Swimming, worthless. It's the wasted potential problem, and I feel it's more... I'm mentioning it again because, as I said, this is more about physical puzzles, survival, maneuvering, that sort of thing. So I think it hurts more that the skills are this worthless. Again, not a bad game by any means. Still very enjoyable. Still you need to figure out things here and there, and it's not all physical. You have to use your brain. And the more you explore, the more you can figure out things, get more equipment, the easier time you'll have. Like, I didn't have the fire protection when I went into the red path in the void, and I had a really bad time of it. But still, thanks to being a mage, you can squeeze things through. But that's only because I was a mage. With the rest, unless you find the armor that gives you fire protection, I don't know what you do. I suppose you'll figure out something. I don't regret picking a mage. It's terrible as a combat caster, but the utility provided by spellcasting is absolutely fantastic. So it just allows you to take a lot of shortcuts and basically cover for a lot of weaknesses you think the character has. And because the skills are pretty much worthless most of the time, you'll still be as good as a warrior as you can possibly be. So it doesn't really matter though. Because if we would have picked a warrior, we would have a lesser of a mana pool and a heavier armor. That's the exchange, but you don't need a heavier armor. I think mage probably ends up being better. The druid might be the sweet spot actually. Thief, I don't know. How would that work? It depends on the utility of the stealth. If you can't rely on not being seen, I don't know. I mean, a thief in the sense that actually you drop pretty much all of your points into non-combat related, lockpicking, sneaking around, acrobatics, that sort of thing, disarm traps. I just see it as a bad investment even then. Most of the skills are gonna be worthless. They're like massive doors, I think, are the only ones you can't just bash. So I don't know. Still a good game. It's different flavor from the first one, but the basic underlying system isn't particularly good. It's a fine adventure game, and you can make a fine adventure, but it's a terrible if you want to play, really want to play some specific class.